Hello to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and you are watching Poland Daily Culture, and we still continue the topic of Polish cartoons. If the Don Pedro from the line of Rainwater, which is my translation of Don Pedro z Krainy Deszczowców, rings a bell, stay with us right now, because here in the studio is Maciej Chmiel, a director of the studio in Bielsko-Biała devoted to Polish cartoons.
That's right. Thank you for bringing me here, Maria.
And as I know, you have a new statue in Bielsko-Biała.
Right.
And that's exactly Don Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, to the viewers who haven't ever in their life watched Don Pedro z Krainy Deszczowców, who was he, or who is he?
I would say that Bielsko-Biała as a city really builds its identity on the characters from the old cartoons. So there is a series of statues which were situated in different parts of the city, and one of them is also Don Pedro, which has been just installed in the center of the city, and it's a spy. So, and he has its famous quotation called "Caramba."
So this dark-looking spy, looking a little bit like a cat, which was in I would say imagination of people in those times how a Spanish person should look like.
Yeah,
yes?
it was an evil character, and who was very much liked by children and parents alike, and he's still very likable. And I would say that it's very nice that city remembers about Bielsko-Biała, the characters from the old films, and that it's supporting us also in bringing the memory of the old characters by building these statues on the streets.
And of course, I have to ask this question: is there a chance to bringing Don Pedro back to life, in order to creating new movies about him, new stories?
It's a very interesting question, because it's the topic that we are actually discussing within the studio at the time, because we are wondering if there is still a connection between all those great classic cartoons, great classic films from the past, with the nowadays children, and if it would really worked if you revive them. Maybe it would be better rather to search for the new IP, for the new intellectual property, which would be deeply rooted in our times. So that's why I spend a lot of time right now reading the new books for children, which are right now on the market in Polish bookstores. And I have also spent some time at a very interesting place in Łódź, and there was a huge fair for comic books and games, with several thousand of people that came there and stood in long lines to participate in the events over there. So I met lots of screenwriters and lots of people who right now edit and publish the new comic books. And I think this is rather the source for the studio for the new production film, for the new films to be produced.
So you just enter the preschools and go in to the playground and ask children, "Hey, which character do you like the most?"
Yeah, that would be also a good idea to have some focus switch to children and just to talk to them. I also spent a day yesterday while talking to the children and asking them about the new books. I had a whole rucksack full of books. I was presenting the books to the children, asking them about the design, about the characters, and telling them about the stories that are in the books. Yeah, and it was also very interesting what finally children pointed on as a film that they would like to watch. So that was a good lesson for me.
It's not Disney trying to do the same thing. So they are reviving or doing their reinterpretation of old movies in a new version, making them sometimes a live, so played by actors, or making a new series. Which the question is how successful they are. And is it the best way of doing? But well, I hope that there will be a new character, Polish cartoon, which still will be alive, will be fun to watch by children, by parents as well. What to me is the case that those movies who are the most they live the longest, they have also always double sides. So there are movies for children, but the stories is so deep and rich that it can also be understood by parents. And so they have two levels of understanding usually. That's why they are fun to watch by both sides and deep and richer to understand. Let's go back to The Lion King, of course. It's a reinterpretation of Hamlet. Yeah?
That's right.
That's why it's richer, and we can watch it even today, and still has something for us to give to us.
That's right.
I hope that the Bielsko-Biała will have a new cartoon baby in a same way.
You mentioned very important question and tasks for the producer of nowadays animation. Shall we reinterpret the old tales and make the new versions, or shall we rather look for the new directions? And let's say the newest animation that got an Oscar was Soul, and which was produced for the cost of $150 million, and it deals with metaphysics. It deals with the what happens with us when we die, and what happens with our soul after life. And so that's one of the most important question in the history of mankind, and that's also something that shall be the topic of the new films that are coming from Bielsko-Biała.
Now I'll put you in a danger, but if you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture, have any ideas for new characters, just write to Maciej Chmiel in Bielsko-Biała, and I hope, and I'm sure even, that those ideas might be used in the future. And thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.